So basically, all in one night, you got
Yeah.
you got white
You-
girl wasted, and you scored coke. You probably screwed a hooker who robbed you, and then you woke up in a crack house, probably after doing crack.
No, no, no.
Okay,
Probably never did crack.
we'll scratch the crack part. You were in The Hangover, weren't you? Was that Hangover 2 or Hangover 3?
Yeah, I
Yeah, we
got
did.
arrested for a weekend
Oh yeah.
Did?
for a speeding ticket
What?
that was a year old. Yeah.
Like you didn't pay it or something like that?
Well, yeah, I forgot about it. You know, you get them tickets you just forget about sometimes.
Right, right. Of course.
Well, it was like the first like the first day of the fair around where I'm at. So I lost track of that ticket, and then I moved. So I didn't get none of the notices that they were sending me. You know, pay this ticket. You know, blah blah blah.
right.
And I moved out of the county. So it was like on a, I forget, it was like Saturday morning, right?
Yeah.
They had a cop from one county come out, wait at the borderline of that county, and then another cop from that county come out to arrest me.
Oh my god.
They arrested me in that county, drove me to the border, put me in the car. Now the funny thing about it is that the guy who gave me the ticket like a year previously was the guy driving the car on that day.
Oh
So
That's funny.
he's like, if I had known, you know, that this would happen, I would have never wrote you the ticket. So I had to go in this hard ass bench in Hamburg, New York. I had to go and sleep in the cell for 2 nights until
What?
the judge came back.
Oh my
Until the
god.
judge came back, because they had to wait. They couldn't let me out without me seeing the judge.
Right. That's ridiculous.
And well, they gave me like McDonald's, because you know what I mean. But that was about it. I was sitting in this cell. I felt like clicking a can, but they didn't. They took my shoelaces too. Like I was gonna kill myself over a speeding ticket.
Wow. So
Yeah,
how
we
did
did.
they actually go about arrest? Like, did they show up at your door and like, you're arrested?
Yeah, they are. You know, are you so and so? Yes. You're under arrest. For what? You know what I mean? Like
For
what did I do?
speeding? Yeah. Wow.
I
So-
jokes on them because I guess I got the free McDonald's, which is like I guess $3 a meal. Times like black coffee and a hamburger for lunch. And
I have to
Buck
imagine
Waffle?
that's like 1,000 times better than like typical jail food, though.
oh yeah.
That's like what you ask for your last meal when you're on death row. Like, I'll take an egg McMuffin, please.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. That's a good story, man. Thanks for sharing that.
Problem.
Okay, so before we get too ahead of ourselves, why don't we just why don't we start from the beginning? Like, and I want you to take your time with this because it sounds like it could be a pretty epic story, hopefully with a happy ending. But walk me through this whole scenario.
Okay, well, I'm married, 2 kids.
Okay.
Been that way for about 5-6 years now, and one day my kids, they got, I forget what the sickness is called, but it was some childlike sickness that when children aren't really susceptible to it, but adults are absolute just fucking destroyed by it. So anyways, this sickness goes around the house, and its 2 main symptoms are projectile vomiting and projectile shitting, quite literally, everywhere at the same time.
Oh no, I don't like where this is going.
Every about 20 to 30 minutes, I was rushing up to get to the bathroom. Now, to lay out this a little bit more, I was having my office out in the barn, which was about a 30-yard walk to the house. Now, imagine that with ass exploding runs, trying to waddle my ass to the house. It's 30 fucking yards away and up a flight of stairs to get to the toilet.
I assume you
Yeah,
you
it was,
didn't make it.
Well, I made it all the times except for once.
I don't know.
This one time I didn't make it. I realized I had to shit, and I knew it was going to be a fucking violent one, so I stood up instantly, which was a huge fucking mistake because immediately it started leaking. So here I am trying to clench my ass cheeks so hard together that it's actually fucking hurting.
Are you even to the house yet, or are you, like, still walking from the barn?
No, dude, I'm just getting up out of my fucking chair.
Oh, shit.
I never even made it out of my fucking office.
Okay.
Anyway, so here I am. I'm sitting there. I'm holding my ass cheeks together with my fucking hands, and I look over, trying to find out what I should do, and I see basically my Hail Mary, a white trash can from Walmart. At this time, I also had a dog named Zoe, and she was always in my office. She already knows what's going to fucking happen. She's looking at me like death. She's over there in the fucking corner looking at me with big old pleading eyes like, please fucking don't, Dad. Of course, by this point, I know I can't make it to the bathroom, so I waddle my ass, and each step I take, I'm leaking a little bit more.
Oh, no.
Over to this trash can. And I just yanked down my pants, and I dropped myself above this trash can. And I let it lit.
Oh.
By the time I finished, both my ass cheeks were pretty well fucked, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You're not putting on your pants back after that.
Right.
You'll ruin your fucking pants.
Right.
So I look around, and I find a very old blanket that my dog had been using. So with as much dignity as I could muster in this whole fucked up shit, I proceeded to wipe my ass in front of my dog with her blanket. She didn't look at me right for at least the next year. Dude, if you had told me that whole scenario was actually possible before that point, I would have called you a fucking liar.
Oh, yeah.
But now I've experienced it myself, and I'm just...
Now you're
There's
a
no
believer.
shame greater in my life than that point.
That must really be the lowest low that I've ever heard.
That actually
Someone
probably
going
is my
through.
lowest low.
Alright, we are approaching our destination, just a couple blocks east of our location.
What you're gonna do, you're gonna get in the car and you're gonna stay there. If you get out, I will find you and I will rape you.
That is horrifying. Okay, I'm gonna do that. So how old are you? Like 16, 15?
I'm only 11.
Oh, you're 11. Okay. So being an 11-year-old, I'm sure you have a wealth of life experience under your belt. So what is the quite possibly the worst thing or the craziest thing that you've ever done in your 11 years of life?
I don't know. I haven't really done much.
Like have you ever gotten grounded?
Yeah.
What was like the worst thing that you got grounded for?
Stealing something.
Ah, stealing something. We got a klepto on our hands. Not only a rapist, but
No.
a kleptomaniac as well. What did you steal?
A stuffed animal.
A stuffed animal? Did it have drugs in it? Was there like a like a kilo in there? Like, did you get a brick out of it at least, or was it just kind of
It was an Angry Bird stuffed animal.
an Angry Bird stuffed animal? Wow, I'm sure you had to deal with an angry mom, not so stuffed animal after that.
I wanted it, and it was like in second grade, so I stole it, and then like
So this was
That
another.
happened.
You stole this.
all my friends liked me because of it.
So you stole this from another classmate, I'm assuming then, correct?
Yeah, he's an idiot, and he still goes to our school.
Oh, well if he's an idiot then he totally deserves it. They didn't make you do any hard time for that?
I got detention for 2 weeks,
Ooh.
and I had to send like letters every day, like the same exact letter 3 times, like every day, for like all 5 of them. My dad took me to the police office and made me talk to a cop, and she's like, I don't want to have to put you back there in that box.
So he pretty much took you there to teach you a lesson, more or less.
Yeah.
But I bet the cop was hot, right? She
No, she's a beat.
she's a beet,
Yeah.
like the vegetable, or like a beast, like a monster.
A beach?
Beach? Like she's a beach? Oh, like a
A beach. You get it.
Yeah, I get
My
it.
dad's here.
Must be that gangster slang term that kids are using these days. Alright, so that was a pretty crazy story. I have to admit, I don't think I've heard anyone else in my life do anything that crazy. But, have you ever been in love?
Lots of times.
Lots of times. I assumed you have.